Manila stands firm. Philippine troops face down Chinese vessels near Pagasa Island. The news ticker blares across TV screens, stirring both anxiety and pride. In the heart of the West Philippine Sea, tension simmers as Filipino patrol boats and Chinese Coast Guard ships lock eyes, separated by only meters of churning water. The world watches, breath held, as the Philippines asserts its claim over a tiny but critical patch of land, Pagasa Island. For years, this remote outpost was just a quiet speck on the map. Now it's a stage for high-stakes drama. Each headline signals not just a local skirmish, but a contest for control of vital sea lanes and resources. The stakes, honestly, are national dignity, sovereignty, and the safety of those who call these contested waters home. The Philippine government faces a stark choice: yield to pressure or build up its presence. Recent months have shown a clear answer. Manila is investing in new bases, infrastructure, and a stronger civilian presence. Pagasa Island is at the heart of this transformation, a symbol of resistance and a front line in the struggle for the West Philippine Sea. Every week, the waters near Pagasa Island become a theater of tension. Philippine supply boats carrying food and construction materials weave carefully through the waves. Chinese Coast Guard ships, larger and more heavily armed, shadow them at close range. Sometimes they block the path. Sometimes they blast water cannons or blare warnings through loudspeakers. In one recent incident, a Philippine Navy vessel was forced to maneuver sharply to avoid collision. Chinese ships had boxed it in, forcing a tense standoff that lasted hours. The Filipino crew stood their ground, refusing to turn back. Onlookers watched live footage, hearts pounding, as the two sides played a dangerous game of brinkmanship. These encounters are not rare. They're honestly part of a routine, almost ritualized contest of nerves and skill. Each side tests the other's resolve. Each incident risks escalation. For the Filipinos on the front lines, it's a daily reminder. Their mission is not just about territory, but about defending the nation's honor and future. The world's media may move on, but for those at sea, the danger is constant. Every supply run, every patrol, is a gamble. Yet, the Philippine flag still flies over Pagasa, a small but stubborn sign of defiance. So, why do so many nations care about these scattered islands and reefs? The answer lies beneath the waves and in the skies above. The West Philippine Sea is a maritime crossroads. It connects major shipping routes, carrying trillions of dollars in trade each year. Whoever controls these waters holds a hand on the global economy's pulse. The Spratly Islands, where Pagasa is located, are more than just rocks and sand. The area is believed to hold vast reserves of oil and natural gas. Fish swarm in these rich waters, feeding millions across Southeast Asia. For the Philippines, the Spratlys are both a pantry and a fuel tank, resources vital for national survival. But there's more than economics at stake. Control over the Spratlys means power to shape the region's future. China claims almost the entire sea, building artificial islands and militarizing them. For Manila, holding Pagasa is about more than territory. It's about standing up to a giant and securing a place at the table. This is why the world pays attention. What happens on these tiny islands could decide the fate of Asia's seas and the rules that govern them. Pagasa Island was once a lonely outpost. Just a handful of soldiers and a few civilians braved storms, isolation, and constant uncertainty. Supplies arrived only when the weather allowed. The runway was cracked and short. The port was little more than a jetty battered by waves. That's changing. In recent years, Manila has poured resources into Pagasa. The runway is being rebuilt and extended, able to handle larger planes and more frequent flights. A new port is rising, designed to shelter ships and speed up the delivery of food, fuel, and building materials. New barracks, homes, and a school have sprung up, turning the island into a small but vibrant community. The transformation is dramatic. Where once there was only sand and scrub, there are now concrete buildings and satellite dishes. The Philippine flag is everywhere, painted on walls and fluttering from masts. The message is clear. Pagasa is here to stay. This buildup is not just about defense. It's about making life better for those who live and serve on the island. It's about turning a vulnerable outpost into a stronghold and a home. The new runway on Pagasa is, honestly, a lifeline. Before, only small planes could land, and that was really only in good weather. Now the island can receive larger aircraft, bringing in supplies, troops, and emergency aid. This boosts not just military readiness, but also the safety and well-being of civilians. The port is just as vital. In the past, ships had to anchor far from shore, and supplies were ferried in small boats, a risky and slow process. With the new port, cargo can be unloaded quickly and safely, even during rough seas. This means more regular shipments, fresher food, and less risk for those making the journey. Other facilities matter too. New barracks give soldiers a safer, more comfortable place to rest. A school and clinic serve the needs of families. Communication towers link Pagasa to the mainland, ending the island's isolation. For the first time, those on Pagasa can call home, access the internet, and get news in real time. These upgrades send a message. The Philippines is committed to defending its territory, supporting its people, and making Pagasa a true community. The island is no longer just a military post, it is a beacon of resilience. Pagasa is unique among the Spratlys. It's not just a military base, but really a real town. Families actually live here, children go to school, and fishermen cast their nets in the surrounding waters. Their daily lives are, in a way, a quiet act of resistance, proof that the Philippines is not just claiming land, but inhabiting it. The presence of civilians is absolutely crucial. International law favors those who occupy and administer disputed territory. By keeping a permanent population on Pagasa, Manila strengthens its legal and moral claim. The school, the clinic, and the town hall are more than just buildings, they're symbols of sovereignty. Life here isn't easy, supplies are limited, storms are frequent, and the threat of Chinese interference is always present. Yet, the residents of Pagasa endure. They celebrate holidays, plant gardens, and raise families. Their resilience, honestly, inspires those on the mainland, reminding the nation what's at stake. In the contest for the West Philippine Sea, civilians are just as important as soldiers. Their presence turns a disputed island into a living community, and a powerful statement of Philippine resolve. For years, Manila relied on diplomacy and legal arguments, but as China built artificial islands and expanded its military presence, the Philippines shifted tactics. Now the focus is on occupation and active presence. Pagasa is the centerpiece of this new strategy. By building up the island, Manila sends a clear message: we will not be pushed out. Patrols are more frequent. New outposts are planned on nearby features. Civilian and military officials visit regularly, showing the flag and boosting morale. This assertive approach is, honestly, risky. Every new building, every patrol, risks confrontation with China. But it's also necessary. Without a strong presence, claims on paper just mean little. The Philippines is betting that visible, sustained occupation will deter aggression and win support from allies. It's a high-stakes gamble, but one driven by necessity. With every new structure and every family that stays, Pagasa becomes harder to ignore and harder to take away. In 2016, the Philippines won a landmark victory at the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague. The tribunal ruled that China's sweeping claims in the South China Sea had no legal basis. It affirmed the Philippines' rights to fish, explore, and build in its exclusive economic zone, including around Pagasa. But China rejected the ruling. Its ships continued to patrol, and its island building actually accelerated. Legal victory did not bring peace or security. For Manila, the lesson was clear. Law alone is not enough. Power must back it up. The tribunal's decision is still a powerful tool. It shapes international opinion and gives Manila a strong argument in diplomatic forums. But on the water, it's the presence of ships, soldiers, and civilians that counts most. This is why the buildup on Pagasa matters. It's a way to turn legal rights into reality, to show that the Philippines will not yield its hard-won gains. The contest for the West Philippine Sea is not just a local affair. The United States, a treaty ally of the Philippines, has stepped up support. Joint patrols, military aid, and high-level visits send a message: Manila is not alone. American surveillance planes fly overhead, watching for trouble. U.S. warships pass through nearby waters, asserting freedom of navigation. The alliance is being tested, but also strengthened. For both nations, Pagasa is a symbol of shared interests and shared risks. The stakes are global. If China dominates the West Philippine Sea, it could control vital trade routes and reshape the balance of power in Asia. For Washington, supporting Manila is about defending the rules-based order. For the Philippines, it's about survival. The future is uncertain. Tensions remain high. But as long as the Philippine flag flies over Pagasa, the struggle continues. a testament to national resilience, and a warning that the contest for the South China Sea is far from over.